Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. Technology is awesome, and we learn to persevere through things that are hiccups. But I want to thank Lou and Shara for coming on tonight, and they're going to share their quick testimonies. And Lou is actually on her way to a class, and so I'm going to let her go first. And Lou, please introduce yourself and tell us who you are and your Plexus journey.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me, Christine. Zoom was not having it with me today, so that was me, but I'm here. My name is Lou. I'm 19 years old, and I have been on Plexus since I was 11. So when I was 8, I started dealing with a lot of blood sugar issues, and for me, that looked like random dizziness and lightheadedness. To I will never forget this. I was at Costco with my family at the checkout counter and I keeled over, no warning, hit my head on the counter. It was quite the dramatic day, but just random fainting and lightheadedness. And this was all blood sugar related. Something else that I struggled with was sleeping really well. I would wake up, I just remember waking up 2 to 5 times a night starting at age 8. I would wake up and I didn't feel rested. I didn't feel like I'd slept well. I had really light sleep. So anything woke up took forever to fall asleep. Enter Plexus. I have been sleeping well for 8 years now, which is such a blessing because especially for someone who's, in school or is super active, blood sugar and sleep is so important. I have not fainted since that crazy day at Costco. I sleep super well. I don't wake up at all. And here's another thing that was a side effect with Plexus that I did not expect. So I went through puberty on Plexus, right through all of my teens. And something that I saw all of my friends going through was, these crazy hormonal changes. They had painful cycles, a lot of skin breakouts and stuff. They had mood swings and they were dealing with weird weight gain. When I tell you guys, I skipped all of that. I had no clue that was going to happen, but it's all related to your gut health. It's related to your blood sugar. And so balancing all of those things at an early age has really been such a blessing. I still feel balanced. I don't deal with crazy hormonal acne. I have really easy cycles. So those are just a couple of the ways that Plexus has blessed me. And here's something that's really cool. So even if I didn't have a referral link, I would be sharing with my friends about Plexus because it's blessed me. But when I turned 18, I shared my link with 3 friends and I earned $300 within 30 days. And you guys can do that too. I love that that's an option. I now work it as my business. I tell people about these products that have been a blessing to me and have changed for the better. And I get paid to do it too. So that's my little story. I hope it blesses you as much as it's blessed me. Thank you so much for having me, Christine.
Thank you, Lou. I had forgotten about your story about you fainting and how frightening that must have been for you, and for your parents. But because you started focusing on your gut and drinking your hormone drink, the pink drink, you are balanced out. And I'm so glad to hear that. And you've encouraged my children to want to start a business when they heard that you could do it at 18. So thank you for being a good example to young entrepreneurs.
That is so encouraging. So happy to hear it.
All right, Lou, have a good night. Thank you so much.
You as well. Bye bye.
So next, I want to introduce my friend Shara. So Shara is somebody who I started seeing show up on Facebook about a year and a half ago. I'm like, what is this woman doing? She's on fire. She does really fun videos when she gets on to just share her life because she's telling her story through movement. And Shara has kids, a husband. She's being able to stay at home right now because of Plexus. So I would love to have her share about why she got started and tell us about you, Shara. Tell your story.
Ah, I'm so excited to be on here. And I never heard Lou's testimony before. That was mind blowing to me. And I have to say, I am pretty jealous that she didn't have to go through what almost all of us had to go through, right? Um, Unlike her, though, I actually do not get a period. I went years without it. I struggled really bad. I have PCOS. So I'm not sure if y'all familiar with that. It's polycystic ovarian syndrome. And for years, my life was just horrible. Like I would gain weight super fast. I had migraines, never got a period. My doctors actually put me on prescriptions to bring on a period and I wouldn't get them. I would have all the side effects of a period, but I would never get a period. So I was told at a very young age that I would never have children. And hearing that as a woman is, I'm sorry if you heard my husband, he yelled liar because I have 3 children now. That's why he says that. Um, anyways, now you lost my train of thought. Yeah. I just I went through a lot, and I struggled for years. My friend Lenora, she actually reached out to me 5 years ago now and told me about these products because she saw me crying out on Facebook. I was struggling. I went back to look, and she reached out to me because I had such bad acne and migraines, and I just felt terrible. She saw my mood swings, and 5 years ago, or last year, she reached out to me and she sent me a testimony about a woman who also struggled with PCOS, and it hit home for me. What she didn't know is just how badly I really was struggling. I recently, a year before I had my son, he was my 3rd child, and that pregnancy was awful. Got gestational diabetes. I had to take insulin, and then after that, my just blood sugar was crazy, and my anxiety and depression were so bad. There were times where I would sit on the sofa or on the chair and I would not get up all day. My husband would come home and I'd be still sitting there just crying, like having panic attacks, just struggling. Um, Lenora said, "Okay, Shara, let's just try this." And I said, "Okay, well, I only have $47 in my account because I was a stay-at-home mom. My husband worked extremely long hours. There was times where he worked 2, 3 jobs just so I could stay home with our children. And we still didn't make it. I don't know if you can see, I have low ceilings. I still live below my in-laws because we're still trying to, you know, make it out of this. Like we have big dreams. But I said to Lenora, I said on February 3rd, my husband gets paid. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. February 3rd, she reached out to me and she said, let's do it. And I said, okay. I signed up. I did not tell my husband because I knew he would not agree because we all tried everything before, right? Nothing ever worked. And why would this work? Well, I did it. I got my products that night. I took them. The next morning, I reached out to Lenora. I said, my sleep was amazing and I had energy. I said, is this coincidence? She's like, I don't know, Shara. She knew it wasn't coincidence, but she just let me, think, skeptical, right? After a week, I knew I needed these products. I felt so much better. I didn't have a headache. I was up doing stuff. I was doing stuff with my children instead of being a couch potato. And it made me feel me again. Because as moms, we lose ourselves sometimes. And I did. And I really lost myself because I didn't want to live anymore. I shared basically a goodbye letter pretty much with some of my team members, and I showed them just how badly I was hurting. And Plexus gave me my life back. Alongside of me, that helped was my daughter. My daughter used to struggle really badly. She was diagnosed with a depression disorder. I lost what it's called now because it's been over a year and we haven't had any problems. But she would have what I called episodes where she would just freak out to the point where we couldn't control her. She had no idea what she was doing. It really put hard times on my husband and I. We went through a lot of marriage issues because of it, and we struggled. But Plexus has changed all of that. It saved my marriage, my relationship with my daughter. I have my daughter back. She no longer has those episodes. I'm a happier mom. I actually have energy to do stuff with them and get down on the floor with my 3-year-old. And it's just life changing. So after a week, I knew that I needed to share with others. So Lenora said, Shara, let's have a sip and see. No idea what that is, but it sounds fun. Let's do it. That night is when I enrolled 4 or 5 people, I forget now. And she said, this is a way you can remain on your products because she knew I couldn't afford them. So that's what I did. I started sharing with people, and the money is great because of being a stay-at-home mom. It gave us options. My daughter is very good at soccer. She's in all the soccer programs all year round. We got her extra training. My other daughter plays guitar and other sports. My son was able to go to early preschool because of this extra income. We never would have been able to do any of that. But the best part about sharing is hearing other people's testimonies, them thanking you for helping them change and get their life back, because I could relate to that. I knew what that felt like. And I will forever be sharing about these products forever. And I'll always be using these products because they changed my life. And I will always be thankful for Lenora for never giving up on me. 4 years of trying to get me to use the products. So that's just a little bit. I wanted to keep it short, but that's a little bit of my story. Christine.
Sarah, that I didn't know your whole story. And Lenora told me, she's like, oh, just wait. Sarah, thank you for being vulnerable and just opening up, because you are sharing. This is going to bless. I already have people's names down. I didn't know you dealt with PCOS. And I actually, my son's fiance does, and I'm going to share your testimony with her, let her know it does not have to be this way. And just let you know, it took me 2 years to decide to do PLEXUS. It was all the testimonies. It was seeing the events. And my husband finally says, what do you have to lose by trying? Like, nothing. And he's like, and there's a 60-day money back guarantee. So you have nothing to lose. I'm like, okay. And I literally like counted out the days, 60 days. Okay, I'm going to get my money back, because I tried so many things for my mood, my sadness, my sleep that I constantly did, the constant canker sores in my mouth. I mean, it was constant battling vertigo and ovary issues. And 3 days later, I'm like, oh, I'm cleaning the bathroom. I'm like doing life with my 4 kids. So balancing those hormones is so huge, and men and women. My husband, he's like, I don't need PLEXUS a year. He's like, okay, I'm going to try it because I see what it's doing for you. So my husband uses it. My kids use it. My kids are, even I have 3 boys. They're like, hey mom, can we have our drink today? I'm like, no, my order's not here yet. Hold on. So I'm like dividing it up because they really use it. And like Lou, my daughter has no problems with her cycle. She has beautiful complexion. It has blessed her. And her brothers actually notice if she forgets to drink her pink, they'll come to me. Did she drink her pink today? I'm like, let's get it for her. So, and also until tomorrow, if you didn't remember, we have $1 enrollment. So you can get the products that are going to bless you, because everything is individually looked at, like, oh, you're dealing with this. Well, let's talk about it. And we can develop a combo just for you. So, and then when you sign up this month, you get $10 off your order plus $1 membership until tomorrow. Otherwise it's $9.99. And then you can use $10 off your next month's order to keep you consistent with your products. So if you have any questions, please talk to the person who invited you here or is sharing this video with you, so that you can start experiencing what we have already shared a little bit, how it blessed us. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Nikayla, for helping with the recording, and blessings to all of you. And if you have any questions, we are here to help. So good night, everybody. All right. Thank you so much, Nikayla.